Erica T. Looper, life coach visionary, and this is the Cultivation Corner, where cultivation starts with us. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, and welcome back. It's been a while. I do hope that everyone's New Year was everything that they desired for it to be. So, man, what's been going on? How's everybody been? I don't really want to know about your New Year's resolution. I ask myself, are you going to ask them about that? I don't want to know. What I do want to know is that you have decided to stop holding on to and fixating on and highlighting and discussing the potential that you have in this year of 2023. A lot of us get caught up in saying, well, it's in me, I have the potential to, and we all have the potential, and as we all know, that potential energy is just stored energy. Let's make 2023 a year of kinetic energy. Let's put some things into motion. Let's applaud ourselves for what we have accomplished and what we will accomplish. But furthermore, let's keep the train going. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop holding back. We ain't holding back in 2023. We getting to it, right? Let's get to it. Oh man, so I went into this year really how did I come into this year? I came into this year with my sights set on accomplishing a few personal goals as well as career goals. I came into this year understanding more about myself. And what I mean by understanding is simply not just, I like onions. Never. I never like onions. No, I mean that I'm understanding myself more in a way where I am requiring a lot, not just from those around me, but from myself. I want to be more disciplined in my disciplines. I'm learning that the only thing that keeps me from doing anything is the lack of discipline. So, again, kinetic energy, right? You got to start putting things into motion, It's okay with having stored energy, but how long will it be stored, right? Let's put it out there. So this year, I'm really putting some things into motion. I am really, whatever I did last year or the year before that, the goal is to do it better and bigger than that. And have it, let the intentions always be pure. So that's where I am this year. And I want you all to just vibe out for a second as we, I like to welcome you all into my space because it's important for me and for everyone to feel welcomed when they come into something. So you all know how I like to do it. Welcome. Grab your wine. Grab your pen and your paper. Grab your notebook, Let's get things going, So yeah, get yourself situated. All right. So, this topic, I had to really sit with it, and I really had to be not so uncomfortable with talking about this particular topic, because in all honesty, it's kind of like I don't want to say a trigger for me, but it's definitely something that I struggled with, and that I didn't understand until this past couple of years, I believe, more so last year than any other year. Masculine and feminine energy. So earlier last year, I was wanting to move up the ladder in my career field. And I noticed and I became more aware of how I present in a room full of people. I started to look at myself through the lenses of others. And let me tell you something. That's some shit, right? And it takes a lot of balls to do that. So I kind of had an outer body experience, if you will. And I started paying more attention to not only my patients and making sure that they are stable, comfortable, and encouraged. I stepped outside of myself so that I can see myself as if I was the patient looking at me, or the family member, or one of my family members, or my partner, or my friend, or my associate, or a hater. So, I had to look at all aspects of it, right? So what I discovered was that my masculine energy is, it's heavy, it's thick, and not in a sense where it's macho. No, my masculine energy is such a defense mechanism, and it's a defensive tool that I use in order to stand my ground. It's not a constant, but it was definitely more there than my feminine energy was, because at this time earlier last year I had no idea what feminine energy was or what it looked like. I always thought that it was a look, that it was a dress code, that it was a it was a wardrobe. Absolutely not. The more I dug into it and the more I watched videos and stuff, I learned that feminine energy is a being, and it is qualities and a special skill set that we embody, not only as women but as men too. I'll get into that. But I was missing those skill sets and that being, because I was always on guard. I was always protecting myself. So I would be extremely dismissive, or so task oriented, or so focused on what it was that made me comfortable, that those around me will be so uncomfortable because I'm standing my ground, and as I continued in the study of feminine energy and watching videos, I made sure that I not only listened to the videos, but I put those things into practice. Sure that I became more aware of how I was presenting, how I was responding, what my tone was, what my body language was, because listening to a person sitting like this versus listening to a person sitting like this, it gives something different, right? It shows interest, it shows engagement, it shows compassion, it shows that I hear you. So I became more aware of that. So when I would feel myself, it's not that I'm not listening. A lot of it was because I didn't care to listen. So I hear you, but I don't care to, right? So it's a lot of my masculine energy. So the more I wanted to be in rooms that made me feel safe, I had to learn and understand that I have to make those around me feel safe as well. Because cause and effect is real, right? So if I am going into a space and I have my armor on, I'm ready for war, I have now set the tone for the environment, and those around me are now, they're geared up too and suited up too for war. And now we're all just, we're going at it when it took was for me to practice walking into a room and smiling and saying, "Hi everyone, how's everyone's day going so far? If there's anything that you need, I am here to assist you," right? Instead of just, like, I ain't in the mood, right? Please don't ask me anything, because no. So I wanted to be more in control of setting the tone, but I had to know what type of tone I wanted to set. It's okay with being a strong, independent Black woman, but it is also okay to smile and wave and be welcoming to those around you without having the perception of you being that, there's something wrong, you know. So as I continue to grow and learn, I'm extremely grateful of being able to differentiate why my masculine energy, you know, was so prominent. So as I practice more and reside more in my feminine energy, because I like it, it's comfortable, it's less exhausting, right? And with my masculine energy, and I say exhaustion because I couldn't seize moments. I couldn't exhale. I always had a body full of, but now I be around here like, and I really like that. I really like just letting it be and just going with it and trusting myself enough to know that everything isn't a battle, You can really, set the tone. So a lot of my masculine energy came from being in spaces where people judged me, or people didn't like me, or I was inadequate, so I thought, right? So I built up this persona of being an asshole or being extremely wearing and owning the resting bitch face, okay? I just wasn't a good time. And so that masculine energy, I wore it, because I was protecting me. The more I did research on feminine energy, and the more I learned more about myself and set with myself, I got to gather and sort reasons why I was in such a protective state of myself. And it's because I didn't trust my own feelings and my own judgment. And I questioned and I doubted myself as well. And those around me were just confirming the doubts that I already had. So I am constantly at war, and so I am exhausted, But the more I started to move into spaces and create spaces of gentleness and nurturing and applause and praise and warmth and welcoming, the more I was getting that in return. My goal through owning and wearing more of my feminine energy is because I want to receive more. I don't want to prejudge a group of people or a space with my armor on. I want to go into a space ready to receive love and ready to have a good time and ready to talk about things and ready to express and share our darkest, deepest secrets, whether they are personal or, imaginative. I wanna be in a space where my feminine energy is safe, because in order for me to grow here, I have to be safe in spaces and with people. So I am absolutely learning the people and places that I need to be in order to continue to cultivate Erica. So it is absolutely trying. It is absolutely scary as well, but I like it here. I like it here a lot because I'm not as exhausted, because everything around me is working with me and not against me, because I am willing and I am working with it and not against it. And anything that conflicts with that motion of me nurturing this part of me has to be let go, because I don't have the energy anymore to be exhausted or to fight or to have my chest poked out. Now, don't get it twisted, it's in me, but I don't want to wear it anymore like that. So if you see me and I extend a hug to you, and you know me, right? So know that it is me welcoming you into my space and letting you know, like, hey, what's going on? How's everything going? I wish you well. I always will. So I'm liking it here. I'm learning a lot. I am learning a lot. I really am. And the more I learn, the more I lean into it, the more comfortable I am. So my message for you on this wonderful evening is to lean into it. We are no longer depending and talking about our potential in 2023. We are in motion. We are focusing on our kinetic energy. We are believing in ourselves, and we are owning the right to our inheritance. We are leaning into our divine femininity and understanding that it is not a look. It is not an outfit. It is a being. Be receptive. So again, my name is E.T.Looper, life coach visionary, and this is the Cultivation Corner, where cultivation starts with us.